1. When diagnosing a residential air conditioning system, which step should a technician take first before connecting any gauges or meters? A. Check system pressures. B. Verify the power supply is disconnected. C. Measure air temperature differential. D. Inspect the evaporator coil visually. 2. What is the primary function of the metering device in a residential AC system? A. To increase refrigerant pressure. B. To remove moisture from the refrigerant. C. To regulate refrigerant flow into the evaporator. D. To circulate air across the evaporator coil. 3. Which type of refrigerant is commonly used in modern residential systems to reduce environmental impact? AR22B, R410A, C, R134A, DR12. 4. A homeowner reports that their system is running but not cooling properly. The technician measures low suction pressure and frost on the evaporator coil. What is the likely cause? Overcharged system. B. Dirty condenser coil. C. Restricted airflow or dirty filter. D. Faulty compressor. 5. When evacuating a system before charging, what vacuum level should typically be achieved for proper moisture removal? A. 1500 microns. B. 500 microns. C. 3000 microns. D. 100 microns. 6. Which safety measure must always be followed when handling refrigerants? A. Wear insulated gloves only. B. Keep the system pressurized during service. C. Avoid contact with skin and use eye protection. D. Release refrigerant into open air for faster servicing. 7. What is the primary purpose of superheat measurement in an AC system? To check subcooling levels. B. To ensure correct refrigerant charge and airflow. C. To determine compressor oil levels. D. To verify expansion valve performance only. 8. What is the function of the condenser coil in an AC system? A. To absorb heat from indoor air. B. To remove heat from the refrigerant. C. To increase refrigerant pressure. D. To control refrigerant flow. 9. Why is nitrogen used during brazing of refrigerant lines? A. To improve heat transfer. B. To prevent oxidation inside the tubing. C. To increase system pressure. D. To clean the refrigerant circuit. 10. What type of control device protects the compressor from operating under low refrigerant pressure? A. Thermostat. B. High pressure switch. C. Low pressure switch. D. Defrost control. 11. What component in an air conditioning system removes humidity from indoor air? A. Condenser coil. B. Evaporator coil. C. Expansion valve. D. Compressor. 12. During training, an instructor emphasizes ethical repair practices. What is the key learning objective in this scenario? A. Technical accuracy. B. Regulatory compliance and professional ethics. C. Mechanical troubleshooting. D. Compressor design analysis. 13. What tool is essential for detecting refrigerant leaks in modern AC systems? A. Digital thermometer. B. Electronic leak detector. C. Pressure gauge. D. Multimeter. 14. Which part of the system compresses low-pressure vapor into high-pressure vapor? A. Compressor. B. Condenser. C. Evaporator. D. Expansion valve. 15. What is the main reason for using a suction line accumulator? A. To store liquid refrigerant for subcooling. B. To prevent liquid refrigerant from entering the compressor. C. To control refrigerant flow. D. To balance oil levels. 16. What educational method best helps apprentices retain safety knowledge? A. Reading manuals. B. Interactive simulations and demonstrations. C. Written tests only. D. Lecture-based sessions. 17. What does subcooling indicate in a refrigeration system? A. Temperature difference between coils. B. Refrigerant charge accuracy in the condenser. C. Compressor efficiency. D. Airflow balance. 18. What type of refrigerant recovery process is required by environmental law? A. Open-air venting. B. Reclaim and reuse. C. Proper recovery and recycling. D. Direct system venting. 19. A new technician needs to identify the suction line. Which characteristic helps identify it? A. Smaller diameter, warm to touch. B. Larger diameter, cool to touch. C. Small and cold. D. Large and warm. 20. What device is used to measure the electrical draw of the compressor motor? A. Clamp meter. B. Ohmmeter. C. Voltmeter. D. Ammeter. 21. Which of the following is a primary cause of high head pressure? A. Low refrigerant charge. B. Dirty condenser coil. C. Restricted metering device. D. Leaking suction line. 22. What is the purpose of a start capacitor in a compressor circuit? A. To improve running efficiency. B. To help start the motor by providing extra torque. C. To regulate refrigerant pressure. D. To control thermostat operation. 23. During a system test, the suction pressure is normal, but discharge pressure is low. What is the most likely cause? A. Overcharge. B. Defective compressor valves. C. Dirty condenser. D. Low airflow. 24. What is one advantage of a variable speed blower motor? A. Simplified wiring. B. Increased humidity. C. Improved energy efficiency and comfort. D. Constant noise level. 25. Why should a technician calibrate tools regularly? A. To meet safety code requirements. B. To ensure measurement accuracy. C. To reduce tool wear. D. To improve productivity. 26. What is the recommended method for teaching proper refrigerant recovery? A. Reading from manuals. B. Demonstration and supervised practice. C. Written exams. D. Virtual simulations only. 27. Which gas law best explains the relationship between refrigerant pressure and temperature? A. Dalton's law. B. Boyle's law. C. Charles's law. D. Gay-Lussac's law. 28. What should a mentor focus on when evaluating an apprentice's diagnostic performance? A. Speed. B. Safety, accuracy, and decision-making process. C. Number of repairs completed. D. Theoretical knowledge only. 29. A customer complains of uneven cooling between rooms. What is the most likely cause? A. Undersized compressor. B. Dirty air filters or duct restrictions. C. Low refrigerant charge. D. Faulty condenser fan. 30. What is the role of the expansion valve bulb? A. To monitor suction pressure. B. To sense temperature and control refrigerant flow. C. To equalize system pressure. D. To stabilize airflow. 31. When teaching AC theory, what strategy ensures long-term retention? A. Cramming before exams. B. Continuous assessment with applied tasks. C. Lecture-only learning. D. Reading assignments. 32. What component separates oil from refrigerant in certain systems? A. Oil separator. B. Accumulator. C. Filter drayer. D. Condenser. 33. What organization establishes safety codes for HVAC work in Canada? A. EPA. B. CSA, Canadian Standards Association. C. OSHA. DANSE. 34. When commissioning a new residential air conditioning system, what is the first critical step to ensure optimal performance and safety? A. Charging the system with refrigerant. B. Checking electrical continuity. C. Verifying airflow and duct integrity. D. Recording ambient outdoor temperature. 35. Which method is most effective for detecting small refrigerant leaks in a newly installed system? A. Using an electronic leak detector. B. Applying soapy water to all joints. C. Measuring superheat and subcooling values. D. Pressurizing the system with compressed air. 36. What is the key purpose of a vacuum pump during system installation? A. Remove moisture and non-condensables from the system. B. Increase system pressure before charging. C. Regulate refrigerant flow during startup. D. Ensure even refrigerant distribution. 37. According to Ontario 313D standards, what should be done after a refrigerant line repair before recharging? A. Immediately recharge with refrigerant. B. Flush the lines with compressed nitrogen and pull a vacuum. C. Replace all system filters. D. Apply thermal insulation to all lines. 38. During a service call, a technician finds that the suction line is frosted over. What is the most likely cause? A. High refrigerant charge. B. Restricted airflow or dirty evaporator coil. C. Faulty condenser fan. D. Oversized expansion valve. 39. What is the proper way to verify system performance after charging a residential air conditioning unit? A. Measure voltage at the compressor terminals. B. Check superheat and subcooling levels. C. Record indoor relative humidity. D. Measure static pressure in the supply plenum. 40. When mentoring an apprentice in the 313D trade, which strategy promotes the best skill retention? A. Allowing observation only. B. Using guided hands-on practice with feedback. C. Providing theoretical training before practical exposure. D. Having the apprentice complete written reports only.